3, 2, 1.
Muster together, my seafaring friends, as we set sail with an Aussie and a Yank.
Nancy, how are you, darling?
Hey, Jen, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Do you know we have a special guest today? Can anybody guess who we're going to talk to today?
She's a stunning woman.
Isn't she beautiful?
Thank you.
This is Oya. Oya is from the Scenic brand. And if anybody in Australia, and I know I have a few people watching and listening to us in Australia, you all know what the Scenic brand is and you all know how wonderful Scenic is. We've got Oya today who's joining us for a lovely chat and a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and possibly a cigarette or a cigar in the background. We're having it all, guys. So, hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
How are you?
I am good.
I hear Turkey's beautiful. I want it's.
Oh, thank you.
No,
And you know, this year, 2021 and 2022, for Emerald and Scenic brands, we are having quite a few itineraries with extensions. Even Azura, the new yacht on Emerald brand, we have itineraries, goes to Turkey, Eclipse also. I'm like, yes, I'm so happy and thrilled to be your host today.
Thank you. We're looking forward to having a wonderful chat with you, Oya.
Same here.
This is just so exciting for us. I mean, you've got the video in the background of, I want to say, one of the newest ships, which is Scenic Eclipse. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. Well, we launched her August 2019, and she's stunning. I mean, I have not been sailed on it yet. I say yet. Hopefully one day, but I've done a lot of inspections, and the ship is beautiful, stunning. All veranda suites, helicopters, a submarine, 10 dining options, butlers. It's just a beautiful, beautiful ship.
I'm looking forward to talking to you about her. I mean, she just looks spectacular. Okay, we're going to start with Scenic Eclipse, all right? So Can you sort of give me a little bit of a rundown on how big she is? Because most of my clients, we're a little bit in the cruising side of the world. We always like to go on big ships, but as we know, big ships are not going to be sort of cruising very soon. So we want to sort of know how big she is and, you know, what sort of luxuries she may have, because as most Australians know, Scenic is all inclusive. Americans, you're going to be introduced to something just wonderful, okay? As an Australian, we don't like to pay for anything extra, okay?
Yes. Well, she is, as you said, she's stunning, and she is the world's first discovery yacht. And we also say that you kind of have the discovery and the luxury that we put it all together. So she's only 550 feet long. Maximum capacity is 228 guests only on the non-polar regions, and if you're in the polar regions, it's 200 only. Think about it. You will have spectacular spaces, if I may say. They're all veranda suite. We only have one at the moment, but the second ship is on its way. I don't know exact date, but we already started. So the experiences, as I was mentioning, when it comes to Scenic, as you know, it's all about the options, innovation, diversity. We wanted to make sure that our clients are having an exceptional experience when they're on board and offshore. We have journey designers that specifically for those itineraries, we tailor-made the excursions. Now, it's a very unique experience when it comes to Eclipse again. And For instance, think about it this way. When I first saw the ship, I said, wow, can you imagine that you don't even have to leave the ship to have an excursion? Let's say you're in Alaska, Antarctica, somewhere, and you wanted to do the excursion, and with the helicopter, you want to do a glacier landing. You don't have to leave the ship because we have 2 of those on the ship. You just kind of go, hop in, fly, and come back.
My husband would love that. He wouldn't want to hop off this ship, you know that, because that's
Exactly.
what he's really into, is excursions and adventure. And
Exactly.
you guys also have your little expedition boats as well that go into other areas like in Antarctica and Arctica, right?
Exactly, correct. And again, we have discovery team, like 15 of them on board. We have the kayak zodiacs. Also, we have the marina platform that, again, you don't have to leave the ship. You're kind of getting out of the ship. If you're going to be on the zodiacs or kayaks, it will just happen. So again, the discovery team will hold your hand and take you to the destination, and with all their expert experiences, that it's quite amazing.
It's actually a very much an enrichment, isn't it?
Yes.
And, you know, I look at myself when I'm wanting to cruise, and, you know, everybody talks about the millennial cruiser these days. Do you know what? I must fit into that category, because I'm usually working. If I'm going on a trip, I'm usually working. I usually have to, you know, somehow fit in a bit of a vacation into that time. And I like more than just to be on it. I want an experience, you know. So
Exactly.
So
And
I don't think we're too far. Us oldies are not that far off being in the right direction with the millennials.
Exactly. And you know, the travel is all about the experience and sharing it with your loved ones, I would say. Of course, we all have our clients, customers, etc. But when you really share your experience, I think that makes a big difference. And when you come back, you just and that experience also has to be in a level that, like some people are saying that, oh, it's my bucket list, and I came back and it was just stunning, from the destination to the ship to the crew, or if it's a land, it doesn't really matter. Travel is beautiful, and yeah, we all miss it.
Now, this isn't brand specific, obviously, because it's a very general question. What was the most awe-inspiring, breathtaking view you've seen on your travels? Something that every time you talk about it, your face lights up.
Africa.
Africa. Tell us.
Safari. I've been there. Well, in my previous life, I was a flight attendant, and I was so blessed, I think, to explore the world, and travel is just my passion. And I studied tourism, bachelor's degrees, and etc. And again, I have seen almost everywhere in the world: Japan, Singapore, Europe, anywhere. When I first went to Johannesburg, it was okay. And then I, kept on going. And then the last time I was in South Africa, Cape Town, and then I was again blessed to experience some safaris and the game lodges that we stayed. It just makes me very emotional thinking the beauty of the country, the people, animals. It always reminds me what we are. That's it. It's just, and when I was leaving, I never forget, I was just looking and I said, I think I left half of my heart there.
Oh, wow. That's so
Yeah, so that is it just takes my breath away. I mean, everywhere is just beautiful. I don't know which one to choose, but South Africa was my, I think, number one, still today.
Yeah. Nancy, what's yours?
What's yours? Yeah.
Oh gosh. You know, I'm so simple. Everything. I am one of those travelers who I get off the plane and almost immediately I spot something that takes my breath away.
See?
I'm one of those people. I appreciate everything. I remember going to a conference in Fort Lauderdale at the convention center, and I was with my then host, and they have this beautiful fountain out front of dolphins. It's just a stunning little
Statue.
at the water, you know, it's a fountain. And I was like, oh my God, this is gorgeous. And he's looking at me like I've got two heads. And I'm thinking, how jaded are you? You can't see the beauty in this. But actually, when it comes to a place that took my heart when I stepped off the ship, and this was on our Holland America cruise where we met.
Wow.
We had gone to Key West. And I got off the ship in Key West and I thought, I want to live here. This is where I want to retire to. And sure enough, my husband starts with the phone right away to look to see if we could afford to live there. But I would like to be next to the Butterfly Conservatory. All the time. I just want to be there all the time. But truly, everywhere I travel, something always catches my breath.
Well, you're actually right. I mean, it's just the world itself is really, I think, stunning. Everywhere has its own unique beauty, and it's beautiful.
A destination on any of your cruises or any of your travels, besides Africa, where it was a wow factor, what's one of your favorite destinations to go to?
In general or in my products?
Just in
It
general.
doesn't matter. Well, then I have to tell you this. We have I always loved Asia. Okay, Southeast Asia, I always loved it. I've been into Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Bangkok, anywhere. But Vietnam, Cambodia, those places I've never seen. And the opportunity came last year, and I was the first one to go for the product training on the Harmony, Emerald Harmony. It's our, newest ship, I would say, on the Emerald brand. And she was custom built for the destination. And I wanted to say, all our brands, all our ships, we own, operate them, and we make them like custom built to the destination. So Harmony is one of them that she's I would say, one of the only ones who could cruise into the Ho Chi Minh City, heart of the Ho Chi Minh City, and we just dock there and you can just get out and get in. So I experienced that. And every day I was saying, oh, I have to come back with Bobby. Oh, I have to come back with Bobby. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Because again, I was really trying to learn the product. It's not a vacation. I want to go back. It's beautiful destination. And again, I wasn't for sure, what do you mean by saying that, going into the heart of the city, kind of, what? So what happens is our ship designed the rails on the top. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry. It becomes my English.
That's okay. That's part of the fun. It's awesome.
So I will use my fingers now. So you can.
So don't worry about it.
So the rails kind of like collapse so that we can go under the bridge.
Ah, yes. Many riverboats do that, don't they? They sort of have this. I've seen a couple of the captain's crow's nest or whatever, and they collapse down when they go under certain bridges. But yes, sorry.
Yes, but if you think about European rivers, I mean, it's totally different. Like Asian river versus European, it's really totally different. Okay. And on a passenger ship on the Mekong, we're the only one, I think, of its size. And again, when it collapses, it goes, under how many bridges? I think we have passed 2 or 3 of them. And then when you just come into the city, the oh my God, having my senior moment. Oh my God.
She's a child.
You now I got like, so when we docked, we were just getting out of the ship, go to the city, like downtown, come back, go get again. If you want to come, we will just come back. It was just amazing. You're just exploring the city, and it's a crazy city. Oh my God, it's crazy.
I jump in with a question. Okay, so what is the age range for your guests, generally speaking? Is it a multi-generational thing, or does it really cater to a specific age range?
So it depends, and it's a great question, because I love Scenic Group that we are very diversified, if I may say. We have different brands, and depending on the brand, I would say it might be different age. Let's say if we're talking about scenic rivers, all inclusive, I would say 65 and higher, more retired, high income, etc. Multi-generation, it would work, but if the family has like younger kids, less than 12 years old, we don't accept them. And then when it comes to our Emerald brand, which is our deluxe, more kind of like mostly inclusive, I would say, because we still include a lot of things that comparing the others, then the age goes down to 60. I actually would say 55 and up. Again, averagely probably $10,000 per couple on Emerald. I'm averaging it again on the rivers. But again, on the Emerald side, we had our small yachts, which is going to be replacing with Azura, our new yacht. She's, to be launched next year. That we have smaller ships, like 36 guests. We were only going to Croatia, that I do know we had chartered those or groups on the 36 guests. And it was perfect for multi-generation group of people just getting together. So it really depends on what the guest is looking for. When you're qualifying your guests, you know what they want. But typically, 12 years old is the minimum, and it just goes high and high. Now, Eclipse, I would say probably 65 and up for the moment, especially for the polar regions. But again, we go to the Americas, South America, Europe. She is small enough that she can go to the small ports that not everybody can go. It's a very unique experience. I am kind of like expecting the age will really go down, even with the millennials, because it will be a bucket list for them. I can feel it. I can see it. It's a quite different experience. So again, it really varies between the brand and the itineraries, that the age and the demographics. And I have to say, I love the Scenic Group again, and because I have experienced 3 FEMs, kind of like educational. The first 2 were on the rivers in Europe. We had lots of Aussies. Oh my God, fun, happy, and it's just, it was a quite fabulous experience for me. I have to just say.
Yeah, we like to party, unfortunately. That's the bad part about us.
No bad. It's good. I love party. I have so many friends.
I remember one particular cruise where I hosted like 350 Australians on the cruise ship. And somehow some of us, we went to Vancouver, okay? It was a swap over from Hawaii to Alaska. And so guests were going off and guests were coming back on. And then this whole group of Australians, we actually had to hop off the ship and then get back on the ship. But there was no sort of organization to any of it. And so when I get back on the ship, the first thing I have is 350 Australians going, what the, You need to fix this. So, of course, you know, I'm going up to guest services going, can you do something for us, please? Because these guys are going to kill me. So, you know,
I know what you mean.
yeah, the best thing we came up with was, okay, let's do a party and we'll just invite all the Australians on the cruise ship. And I think even some of the Americans came along and they didn't realise, you know, they only booked the particular lounge for a couple of hours. No, you never do that. You block it out for the whole night.
Exactly. Seriously, I mean, I have never seen such a good, like a big group of people, very always happy, smiling, and no problem. It's okay. You know, it's not the end of the world. Hey, let's have fun. And that's what life is all about, actually. Why we worry sometimes too much for little things, and it's not worth it. Life is party.
Yeah. I totally agree with life as a party. I'm getting a bit too old for it now. I don't kind of last beyond 10 o'clock anymore. Ask Nancy, I'm in bed by 9 now.
I don't believe that. Right, Nancy? I know.
She does. But I'm with her. That's the problem. They go at 9, but I go at 8, and she's on the East Coast, and I'm on the West Coast. So I'm in bed at 5 her time.
There you go. Well, I have to tell you something. One day, my husband looked at me and he said, Oya, yes, Bobby, you really make me feel like I'm old. I said, is it a compliment or not? I don't know what you mean. But yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I must admit, when I get onto a cruise ship, I do like the whole experience of meeting other people and just having a good time chatting to people. You know, it's very different when you're in the cruising world. And also I can compare it to being in the RV world. We were full-time for many years, and just the friendships that you tend to create and make, it can be lifelong friends. You know, I still have friends that I made on my second ever cruise that I stay in contact with, and it's just awesome. It really is. It's very different to vacationing any other way, I think.
Exactly. No, I agree with you. It's more intimate and you create relationships. And yeah, I mean, I still have, you know, the contact via Facebook. Some of the, you know, Australians that I met on my first cruise, and we still in touch. I mean, I don't know when we're going to see each other again, but we still, you know, in touch. And yeah, you just create lifetime memories, and that's the best part of it. I love it.
I think we've had a lovely chat with Oya. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so very much. And I look forward to welcoming everyone on board in any of our brands. It can be a river, it can be a yacht on Sea Eclipse or Azura, or you never know.
Travel advisor for this episode is #CruiseTravel Guru. Executive producer and editing of this audio is The Aussie. Co-producer is The Yank. All opinions expressed in this audio are of AussieAndaYank and remain their opinions. Follow, like, subscribe and share. AussieAndaYank on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube.